Howdy, 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 my darling Sagittarius. How are you doing today? I just had this card fly. All right. How are you doing today, Sagittarius? My name is SimplyVelca, and today we're going to be getting into your weekly tarot reading, Sagittarius, for December 2022, going into January 1st, or in the month of January 2023. So if you do enjoy this tarot reading, Sagittarius, let me know in the comments below how this reading resonates with you, because that's how I keep up with you. And the best way to support me is just give this video a like and subscribe. I know it's seemingly such a small action, and it's completely free to do, by the way, but it really does help me out quite a bit here, Sagittarius. So I'd appreciate if you were to do that. All right. And then as well, Sagittarius, when you are taking in your tarot readings on YouTube or wherever, just like in astrology, you will consume more than just your own zodiac sign. Check out your sun, moon, and your rising to get a better understanding of what's happening in your life. So let's just jump right into this today, Sagittarius. So what's manifesting for you? We're going to start with the back of the deck, which happens to be the King of Wands for you, Sagittarius. Another zodiac sign earlier got this. I forget which one, but for you, Sagittarius, this King of Wands is your energy here. All right. I feel like you are going to be having a lot more confidence. I hear bossed up. I hear like Jack of all trades coming in here as well. Jack or Jenny of all trades, Jen of all trades, whatever they call the feminine version of Jack of all trades, right? I feel like for you, Sagittarius, you're going to be coming into 2023 and being a master of many things. All right. Should you have the courage to explore it. All right. You know, what I see with this here, Sagittarius, is like you are talented at a lot of things, and I don't feel like you give yourself credit enough, right? Maybe it's like this sense of where it's like, I feel like you might have like a talent for speaking, because this is like a card where it's like people are really being inspired and listening to what it is that you're saying and doing. So it's like you have a skill or a skill set that really inspires people. Maybe it's like you have a beautiful sense of humor, you know, you're talented at reading tarot, like whatever the case is. But it's like, I feel like you're sleeping on it right now. I feel like you're not giving it enough credit. Excuse me. I feel like you're not putting enough energy into it when I see this King of Wands here. All right. And so let me explain why I've been saying the messages I have been saying, honey. All right. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups here with the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, right? This is why I'm saying, like, I feel like you would be a master at a lot of things. You would be really good at a lot of things. You just have to not be so shy, essentially, or not doubt yourself here, all right? When you have this Four of Pentacles, now this Four of Pentacles is what initially started flying out, or that flew out when I immediately started shuffling for you. And the Four of Pentacles, Sagittarius, represents this sense of like, it can represent being like a sitting duck, not really moving anywhere. All right, because it's just like you're so afraid of putting your time in and your energy and being vulnerable with something, right? Because you don't want to embarrass yourself. And so because of that, you just kind of have your arms crossed and you're just like, nope, I'm not going to take any risks because I don't want to look silly. I don't want to start a YouTube channel because if I get 5 views, I'm going to be embarrassed. Like, girl, no one thinks that. The only people that would ever think and shame you, Sagittarius, like, take it from me. I've been been a full-time internet person for several years now. The only people that are ever going to shame you about you trying something on social media are insecure people who wish they could be doing what you're doing. All right, we're about to be in 2023. I'm about to go on a rant, Sagittarius, but we are in 2020. We're about to be getting into 2023, where it's such a normalized thing at this point in time to do something on the internet. Having a YouTube channel now, having a social media now is so different from what it was even like 5 years ago. I know when I was in high school, over 10 years ago now, when I was in high school, like 10 years ago, it wasn't even cool to play video games, you know? And now there are literal millionaires, almost billionaires of people like that were from people that are just literally just playing video games. All right. Back when I was in high school, there wasn't any people in like that many boys in makeup. And now you go on YouTube and you see a million people, right? A million boys that are in makeup, which is fabulous. Right. And so I want to give you like this reality check, Sagittarius, because I feel like you guys are just psyching yourself out, because it's like you have all these hidden talents, you have like a gift, and you're just not fully utilizing it because it's just you're worried about the lion in the back. All right, you're worried about the attention that you will end up getting, and you think that is something a lot more judgmental, when in reality it's like you think everyone's judging you, but in reality you're inspiring other people. And just because you are underwhelmed by having like 5 views on something, that's 5 views that someone wishes they could have. You know, if you have 5 complete strangers just listening to you talk, that's insane. You know, you don't go to a grocery store and just start talking and think people are going to line up towards you, you know? So it's like a perspective thing, you know? Give yourself more credit. And the reason why I feel so passionately about this for you, Sagittarius, is because Seven of Cups energy with this is like there's so many different things you could explore and that you could really do. And I feel like you're just really, I feel like you would feel so fulfilled if you were to just do it. I really do feel that way for you, Sagittarius. I really do feel like you would feel so fulfilled if you were to do it. If you've been sitting here wondering where it's just like, man, like, I just haven't been feeling like myself or anything like that, it's really just because, Sagittarius, it's time for you to really start getting out of your comfort zone and start really just expressing yourself. It's time for you to get up off of your butt and stop receiving all these tarot readings that are telling you and confirming to you that you need to go out there and take that risk, that you need to do like X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm not going to be the first person that has given you affirming signs of why you need to do X, Y, and Z, like whatever the case is, right? And I know that for a fact, Sagittarius. I know for a fact that you've received other messages, whether it's from other tarot readers or whether it's in the environment around you, confirming to you, leaving breadcrumbs and saying, she's like, oh, you should do this, try this. And it's just like, you've been there and you're just like, maybe I should, you know, maybe there is something I could do with that, but you don't do it, darling. So I really want you to do it. Girl, the cards are just coming flying out here. You have the World card. This is the card that just flopped out. You know, Sagittarius. The World card is the final card in the major arcana. So it's even like your spiritual team is just like, all right, this is an end, Sagittarius. Like, we're done with this. We're done with this type of energy here. We're going to go into 2023 with this new version of yourself of where you are owning the room. You are grabbing attention from all walks of life. You are exploring things that you normally wouldn't explore. Like, you're leaving 2022, Sagittarius, in the past, and you're stepping into a very new version of yourself. I know it's like that cliche of like new year, new me, but that's truly the case for you, Sagittarius. Like, I feel like it's time for you to, like, there's like certain traits of yourself that you've always had as your identity, whether it's anxiety, insecurity about your weight, or whatever the case is, insecurity about your acne. I don't care what it is. It's been like a personality trait for you, or just like a trait of yours, or something that you've associated with your identity for a long time now, and your spiritual team is even just like, all right, pack it up, wash your hands clean of it, you know. It's and I feel like if you were honest with yourself as well, Sagittarius, you would even be like, all right, girl, come on now, like, I'm so tired. Like, how many more times are you going to allow your insecurity to have you say no to things that you want to really say yes to? How much longer are you going to have your insecurity order for you? Like, that's like the scenario that I see in my head. Is just like, you know, you've ever like seen those shows or movies, and you know, this is no shade, maybe you are with somebody that you like, maybe you like that type of thing where it's like someone orders your food for you without even asking you, but it's like, that's what I see. It's just like you're sitting at a table with just you and your insecurity, and it's like you really want to order the steak, you want to get the cheeseburger, honey, with extra cheese, all right, with extra fries, all right, and put some ranch on the side, honey, right? You want to order that, but then your insecurity, your imposter syndrome sitting right across from you, and you're just like, oh, no. When they come over here, I'm gonna order for you. And then instead they're gonna be like, when the waiter comes over, your insecurity is like, oh, Sagittarius will be having, you know, they're gonna have the salad, you know, we don't even want the salad. Can you cut it in half? You know, it's very much so that when it's just like, you're just sitting there, it's like you actually want the hamburger, but it's like your insecurity orders for you, and it's just like, I'll get the salad. Do you see what I'm saying here, Sagittarius? I hope my analogies are not confusing you. And I know I'm kind of just like going in on you, Sagittarius, but it's like, the next card that came out for you is the Eight of Pentacles. It's time for you to upgrade. It's time for you to really, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is like a card of going back to school, furthering your knowledge with something, you know, learning about a subject and going up in the ranks from that knowledge here, Sagittarius, all right? You know, for example, if you want to do a YouTube channel, you can do that YouTube channel. All right. You know, you can do that. I promise you can handle that YouTube channel. You just have to initially do it. And if you were to start exploring these new things, you would start really creating a community for yourself, being around new people that help validate you, Sagittarius. I do feel like you're going to be attracting your tribe once you are authentic with yourself. All right, I'm gonna say that again. People are always trying to find like their soulmates. They're wondering where their soul tribe is, where their twin flame is, and they're just like, "What do I have to do, Velka, to bring them into my life?" And my answer is always, it always is just like, "Well, girl, are you acting like you're 100% authentic self? You know, you're not going to attract the type of person that is a match for you if you're not showcasing that to the world. You know, if I were, you know, the best example I could be making, honey, if I was insecure about my sexuality and I was just like, oh, I don't want people to know I like man, there'd be a lot to unpack with that, honey, trying to hide it. The moment I open my mouth and be like, oh, he's a queer. Anyways, but you know, it's like, it's in that sense though, jokes aside, where it's just like, if I was so insecure about my sexuality where I'm just like, oh, I don't want people to know I like men, and then I'm sitting there wondering, it's just like, so I act straight and I present myself in like this straight persona. And then I'm sitting here, it's just like, well, why are only women hitting me up? Why am I not able to find a date? Baby girl, it's because that you're trying to pretend like you're something that you're not. All right. And so I feel like that's the answer to your problems here. You have been trying to like manifest certain things that are meant for you, and it is meant for you, but because it's not happening quick enough for you, or it's not happening at all, you're just like, oh, maybe that isn't meant for me. And it's like, no, it is meant for you, but you're not, like, what you are presenting to the world is not you to the fullest, Sagittarius. So I don't know why I felt the need to just really go in on y'all, Sagittarius, but I'm gonna let y'all go. But before I do, I'm gonna give y'all your oracle reading for today, Sagittarius, and hopefully this pep talk, someone needed it. All right. So you have the rattlesnake card coming in here. The experiences you are currently going through right now, Sagittarius, are your initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Now, I like to kind of replace the healer part with initiating your purpose as a speaker, initiating your purpose, you know, could be even what it is you want to do is a healer, right? But it's like, exactly, really, when you think about it, this is an exact alignment with what I was just going on a tangent about, where it's just like, you are like, you have been put through certain things in your life that maybe has made you feel like there's shame in feeling X, Y, and Z way, right? Just like when people are, you know, going back to the gay analogy, it's just like, I lived a life where it's just like, oh, you know, like being gay is bad, or, you know, whatever, right? And so it's just like, if I were to allow those life experiences to stop me from expressing my authentic self, then I would just be sabotaging it. When in reality, the reason why I was put through those homophobic experiences, what have you, is to showcase more of my gayness. You know, I hope the message gets across there, but it's like, don't reference the negative things that have happened in your life, Sagittarius, and see that as like a wrongdoing on your part, or that there's something wrong with you. See that as a challenge and be like, all right, where can I be challenging myself more to be the most authentic version of myself? All right. And so that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to give you your moon oracle card as well today, and then I'll let y'all go from my rants. I'm going to give you 2 oracle cards because 2 came out for you. So you have the new moon in Libra. Know that you are loved. All right. It's funny, I'm a Libra, by the way. So I do love you, Sagittarius. You already know. I always say Librans and Sagittariuses are like 2 peas in a pod. They're like a dream couple. All right. But know that you are loved, Sagittarius. All right. Get out of your head. There's more people that love you than there will ever be that hate you. All right. But the thing about it is, just because you have a couple people that hate you doesn't mean you're not lovable. It just means those people don't like you. All right. You know, that's like the reality check I feel like everyone needs to understand. It's just like, not everyone is going to like you. That's just the reality of it. And if everyone does like you, that just means that you're not being your authentic self, because it's just inevitable that you're going to have disagreements with people. Yeah, I would even challenge you with your closest friends and family members. Like, you don't agree on every view in the world. That's just not realistic, right? And then talk less and feel more. Last quarter moon in Pisces. And in this sense for you, Sagittarius, I feel like this is more so the sense of where it's just like, stop talking about excuses and just feel it out. Stop saying that something isn't meant for you, or that you wouldn't be successful at X, Y, and Z, and just go through the experience and see what it feels like. All right. And so stop psyching yourself out. That's like a message I keep on hearing. So for you, Sagittarius, is like, stop psyching yourself out and just do it. All right. So this is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you today, darling. Hopefully something in this reading resonated with you and I didn't upset you too much. But until next time, I love you so much, Sagittarius. Bye, darling.